Simone Biles became one of the most extraordinary athletes of her generation by repeatedly redefining what elite gymnastics could look like. Her medals, record-breaking routines, and signature skills created an image of almost limitless ability, but behind that remarkable career was a far more complicated human story. From a difficult childhood and adoption to years of relentless training, Olympic triumphs, mental health struggles, and a frightening health scare, Biles' journey reveals the enormous physical and emotional cost that can exist beneath extraordinary achievement. Her story is not simply about becoming the greatest gymnast of her era. It is also about discovering that even the strongest people have limits, and that acknowledging those limits can be an act of courage rather than weakness. A childhood that changed everything. Simone Biles was born in Columbus, Ohio, and her early childhood was shaped by circumstances far removed from the world of elite sport. Because of her mother's struggles with addiction, Simone and her siblings entered the foster care system. Her grandparents, Ron and Nellie Biles, eventually stepped in, bringing the children to Texas, and later adopting Simone and her sister, Adria. That move gave Simone the stability that would become foundational to everything that followed. Her introduction to gymnastics came almost by accident during a childhood field trip to a local gym. Coaches noticed her unusual physical ability and encouraged her family to consider formal training. What appeared to be an ordinary childhood experience quickly became the beginning of an extraordinary athletic journey. By a young age, Biles was already demonstrating the strength, coordination, determination, and fearlessness that would eventually distinguish her from nearly every other gymnast in the world. The rise of a phenomenon. Biles progressed through gymnastics at an astonishing pace. As a young teenager, she was already training for long hours almost every day, under the guidance of experienced coaches near Houston. Her development soon became impossible for the gymnastics community to ignore. She began winning major competitions and eventually established herself as a dominant all-around gymnast. Her performances were not merely successful, they introduced skills and combinations that pushed the boundaries of what judges, coaches, and spectators believed possible. Several of those skills were eventually named after her, because she was the first gymnast to successfully perform them at the highest level of competition. Her power, speed, aerial awareness, and precision created a rare combination that allowed her to perform routines with extraordinary difficulty. As her achievements accumulated, so did the perception that Biles was fundamentally different from everyone around her, capable of reaching a level that ordinary expectations could not adequately describe. The Olympic image of invincibility. The Rio Olympics transformed Biles from an elite athlete into a global cultural icon. Her performances produced multiple gold medals and a bronze, while her personality and competitive confidence made her one of the most recognizable figures of the Games. She returned home to enormous public attention, including major celebrations, endorsements, magazine appearances, and widespread admiration. Yet the success also strengthened a powerful narrative around her. She was increasingly portrayed as almost untouchable, an athlete who appeared to operate beyond the limitations affecting everyone else. Coaches studied her routines, scientists examined her movement, and young athletes around the world looked to her as an example of what dedication could accomplish. The image was understandable because her achievements were genuinely extraordinary. However, it also created an expectation that Biles could continue performing at an almost superhuman level indefinitely. The more successful she became, the harder it became for the public to separate the legendary athlete from the ordinary human being behind the medals. The physical cost, behind the medals. Elite gymnastics places extraordinary demands on the human body, particularly when training begins at a very young age. Biles spent many years repeatedly launching herself into the air, twisting, rotating, landing, and absorbing tremendous forces through her feet, legs, joints, and spine. These movements require remarkable strength and precision, but they also create cumulative physical stress. By the time she reached her 20s, she had already spent a large portion of her life training at an intensity that most people could never sustain. The medals naturally recorded the victories, but they could not record the countless hours of conditioning, the repeated impacts, the injuries, the exhaustion, or the physical recovery required between competitions. Her career demonstrated an important distinction between what spectators see and what athletes experience. A flawless routine lasts only moments, while preparing the body to perform that routine can require years of discipline and sacrifice. Behind every celebrated performance was a physical cost that could not be measured by medals alone. The moment everything changed in Tokyo. At the Tokyo Olympics, Biles faced a situation that challenged the image the world had built around her. During the team competition, she experienced what gymnasts call the twisties, a dangerous loss of spatial awareness that can occur during aerial movements. For a gymnast performing complicated skills at high speed, knowing exactly where the body is in the air is essential. Losing that awareness can make even a familiar routine extremely dangerous. Biles made the difficult decision to withdraw from several events, explaining that her mental health and safety had to come first. She eventually returned for the balance beam final and earned a bronze medal, but the larger significance of Tokyo extended far beyond the podium. Her decision forced the public to reconsider what it expected from elite athletes. Instead of treating withdrawal as failure, many people began to see it as an example of responsibility and self-awareness. Biles demonstrated that protecting oneself can require greater courage than continuing simply because others expect it. The hidden weight of expectations. The difficulties Biles experienced in Tokyo did not suddenly appear on the day she withdrew. They reflected years of physical pressure, emotional demands, public expectations, and the burden of being treated as the defining figure of her sport. The twisties became a visible expression of something much larger. The human nervous system can eventually reach a point where determination alone is not enough. Biles had spent years learning to push through discomfort and perform under enormous pressure, but Tokyo revealed that there are circumstances where continuing to push can become dangerous. Her openness about mental health helped broaden the conversation around athletes, particularly those who are expected to appear confident and invulnerable, regardless of what they are experiencing internally. Her story showed that strength does not mean ignoring warning signs. Sometimes strength means recognizing when something is wrong and having the confidence to stop, even when millions of people are watching and expecting another extraordinary performance. The long road back. After Tokyo, Biles stepped away from competition and focused on recovery, therapy, and rebuilding her relationship with gymnastics. For the first time in many years, she had an opportunity to exist outside the narrow identity of being the greatest gymnast in the world. That period allowed her to reconsider what she wanted from her career and from her life. Her eventual return to competition was remarkable. Rather than simply recreating her earlier success, she appeared to compete with a different perspective. She regained major titles and continued performing at an exceptional technical level, eventually returning to the Olympic stage in Paris. Her success there demonstrated that taking time away had not erased her greatness. If anything, it showed that an athlete can step back, recover, change perspective, and still return at the highest level. Her comeback therefore became more than another chapter in a record-breaking career. It became evidence that recovery and ambition do not have to be opposites. What Simone Biles' story really represents, Simone Biles' legacy extends far beyond the records associated with her name. Her achievements changed gymnastics technically, while her openness about mental health changed the conversation surrounding athletes emotionally. She showed that the pursuit of excellence can coexist with the need for boundaries, recovery, and self-care. Her journey, from a difficult childhood to the highest levels of international sport, is remarkable on its own. But the challenges she faced after reaching the top make the story even more significant. The world once wanted to see Biles as proof that someone could become almost superhuman through talent and dedication. Her experiences offered a more valuable lesson. No one has to become invincible to become extraordinary. A person can reach unimaginable heights, recognize when the pressure has become too much, step away when necessary, recover, and return with a deeper understanding of themselves. That may ultimately be the most enduring achievement of her career. Not proving that human limits do not exist, but showing that respecting them does not prevent greatness.